Now it's time to discuss your existing insulation in the crawl space. I'll give you a brief overview of how your home breathes. It's very impactful to understand why your insulation is failing, what options you have, and what permanent solution Groundworks can offer for you. So quick few slides. Let's just illustrate how your home breathes. Essentially, you have air that comes in through the crawl space. As the air warms, it goes up into the floor framing system, into the living space, and exits out of the roof. When builders are doing construction on the home, primarily what they do is they create a thermal envelope that starts at the roof and goes right to the foundation wall, leaving the crawl space area exposed. Now that is where all the hot and cold air will be entering into the home, and as I just said, the warm air rises through the house and exits out the roof. So during the winter time, when that cold air comes in through the crawl space, you're susceptible to freezing pipes, so much so that even a material such as PEX has a breaking point and can burst. When those hot summer days come in, they introduce a whole different issue. The humidity outside the house that comes in through the crawl space creates a high moisture content in your crawl space. So for every degree the crawl space is cooler than the air that's coming in from outside, it'll actually increase the relative humidity of the crawl space by 2.2%. So that's increasing the moisture content in the crawl space. That temperature change, coupled with the fiberglass insulation that you have, is a breeding ground for moisture absorption. Oftentimes, the fiberglass insulation will absorb so much moisture that the sheer weight of that added wetness will start to peel the insulation away from the floor framing system. In addition to that, if it doesn't peel away from the lumber, it is just pressed up against the porous material, impacting your floor framing system. So there's the increased moisture content. I have a moisture meter with me. I've already taken a few photos alongside the moisture meter just to display that this is occurring not only in one section but throughout the crawl space of your home. The thought was insulation, we could go ahead and just stuff it in between the joists. Problem is with fiberglass insulation, when you try to cram it into the joist, you're eliminating the R value that it has, and so it becomes severely compromised. The material is not meant to be open air crawl space. It's not meant to absorb moisture. It's meant to be applied inside of 6 walls, and it's meant to actually be free flowing, not compressed. So by doing that and squeezing it in between the joists, exposing it to moisture, you essentially limit any of its ability to provide insulation for your home, along with trapping moisture along the lumber. So traditionally in the past, there's been a few options that have been proven to fail that homeowners have tackled. One, simply doing nothing. Now, can we agree that the fact that I'm sitting here and speaking to you about your insulation, we're past the point of not doing anything? Okay, great. Spray foam is a very popular DIY selection. Biggest issue is that the floor framing system, the lumber, is porous and has moisture content within it. When you go ahead and apply that spray foam, you're trapping the moisture inside the lumber. That's only going to breed to wood rot. Do you want to introduce wood rot to your floor framing system? Does that sound like a great idea? No? Okay, we're on the same page. So let's go ahead and skip that. Now, alternative method is, the thought would be, let's go ahead to go to Lowe's, go to Home Depot, pick up a few XPS boards. Let's try to extend that thermal envelope that the builder neglected and try to apply this towards the foundation wall. Problem is, it's not built for moisture. Over time, it's just going to degrade, leaving you with rotted XPS board that's going to pile up in the crawl space. It's not going to do you any benefit against the moisture. Fiberglass insulation, I think we've talked about this a few times. This was kind of the main reason I was out here. You had seen that the insulation itself has started to peel away from the floor framing system. It traps moisture. It ends up damaging the lumber of the floor framing system, and it's just not the solution. So expectations versus reality, that insulation just soaks up moisture, breeding an environment that's not suitable for the home. Now, are we on the same page that any of those previous options just do not sound like a good solution for your home? Okay, great. So our engineering department has put together a very short clip that details the AquaStop Extreme Block system at a very high level. At the end of the clip, I'll go ahead and dig in for a few more details, but let's go ahead and watch the video.
If the living space in your home is difficult and expensive to heat and cool, and no matter how high you set the thermostat, your floors are still cold, there's a good chance your crawl space is the culprit. In colder months, your crawl space walls allow heat to escape and frigid, unconditioned air to leak in easily. These temperature changes force your HVAC equipment to overcompensate and work hard to regulate the air in your home, creating a significant loss of energy and an overall inefficient heating and cooling system. Crawl space insulation plays a crucial role in maintaining the structural integrity, energy efficiency, and comfort of your home. To properly insulate the entire home and complete the thermal envelope, you must insulate the foundation walls and rim joists in your crawl space. But not just any insulation will do. Old school methods like fiberglass bat insulation commonly compresses during install, holds moisture, promotes mold growth and wood rot, and easily allows air to pass through, losing all of its R value and its effectiveness. XPS boards like those found in big box stores absorb water and therefore will degrade over time. The best solution, with the world's most advanced insulating technology and performance, is AquaStop Extreme Block. A rigid foam closed cell insulation board, Extreme Block is a moisture-proof application that serves as a durable, radiant seal around the perimeter of your crawl space. On the inside, vapor-expanded gas-filled cells provide superior thermal resistance, and the exterior sheathing prevents the significant loss of radiant heat, saving you money and improving comfort. Add the AquaStop Extreme Block system to your encapsulation and start enjoying the comfort, energy efficiency, and savings of a properly insulated home.
So the first step in completing the project would be removing the existing moistened, rotted fiberglass insulation that you have. Next, our crew members skillfully, craftily go ahead and install it's adhered and sealed, so insulation is completely taken care of right near the rim joist where most of the air comes in and through the foundation wall. Here's a closer look at the insulation board itself. The AquaStop Extreme Block system protects your home. It's a permanent solution and goes well with the remainder of the project that we had discussed earlier. How does that solution sound to you? should we go ahead and include that with the project scope?